What if you discovered that the greatest betrayal we committed against the Quran was not abandoning it, but rather using it in the wrong way? What if the problem wasn't that the nation distanced itself from the Quran, but that it read it thousands of times and never understood why it was revealed in the first place? How can a nation that possesses the most powerful book in history be living its weakest moment in history? I'm Mohammed, and this is Hamza Podcast. How can a book that says, "Indeed, this Quran guides to that which is most upright," turn in our hands into nothing more than a book of blessings and not a book of leadership? What if the problem isn't in politics, nor in the economy, nor even in military strength, but rather in the absence of intellectual sovereignty? Today, we won't talk about the virtues of the Quran, we'll talk about a truth that might shock you. My dear, the Quran was not revealed just to be recited, but it was revealed to govern life. Our contemporary crisis lies in the fact that we have turned the Quran into a funeral book or a source of personal blessings, while the intellectual truth is that it is a way of life. Dr. Naif likens our relationship with the Quran to a genius whom a company hires, then gives him a luxurious office outside the company and prevents him from working. My dear, we sanctify the Quran only in form, but we run our lives, economy, and education based on the philosophies of Nietzsche and Machiavelli. Dr. Naif rejects attributing to the Quran descriptions it never gave itself, and he cites the following premises. God Almighty says regarding social justice, "We sent our messengers with clear proofs and sent down with them the book and the balance so that people may uphold justice." So, my dear, the purpose of revelation is to establish justice within human society. Therefore, the Quran is not an isolated theological text, but rather a manual for managing humanity. And God Almighty says, "Indeed, this Quran guides to that which is most upright." The Quran offers the most upright choice in every matter, whether political, social, or educational, and to disregard it is to choose what is inferior. And God Almighty says regarding the tools of knowledge, "And God brought you out of your mother's wombs not knowing anything, and He gave you hearing, sight, and hearts." Thus, the Quran defines the sources of knowledge, the senses plus the intellect plus the heart, and how they accumulate from nothingness to awareness, and it defines the obstacles to knowledge. Their hearing, their sight, and their hearts availed them nothing when they used to deny.